Leo, if I told you right now that money is not only on its way to you, it is actively chasing you down, would you believe me? Pause for a moment and really let that sink in, because this is not just a casual statement. This is your divine appointment. This is the moment when the universe pulls back the veil and reveals what it has been orchestrating for you behind the scenes. The season of waiting, striving, and wondering if abundance was meant for you is over. The season of receiving, flourishing, and owning your full power has begun. I want you to imagine this scene. You wake up to a morning unlike any other. The sunlight pouring through your window is not just warm, it's golden wrapping around you like a royal crown, touching every cell in your body, reminding you that you were born to lead, to shine, to prosper. This is not random light. This is the light of your ruling planet, the sun, calling you into your rightful place. The universe is not whispering, it is declaring with full authority, your time is now. You did not stumble upon this message by chance. You were guided here, aligned in this exact moment, because your energy, your destiny, and the divine timing of the cosmos have converged perfectly. Everything in your past, every closed door, every disappointment, every lesson has been part of a sacred preparation. You were never being rejected, you were being refined. And now, something extraordinary is happening. The energetic field around you has shifted. You are no longer in pursuit of wealth, wealth is in pursuit of you. It is as if the universe has locked onto your frequency, like a GPS signal, and every opportunity, resource, and connection you need is moving toward you with unstoppable momentum. Your role is not to chase, but to open, to allow, and to receive. If you can feel this truth resonating in your spirit right now, I want you to anchor it into reality. Drop a comment below and write, I am ready to receive, or simply the number 888, the number of infinite abundance. This is more than a gesture, it is your declaration to the universe, your energetic handshake with destiny. Before we go further, I need to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for you being here. Every time you watch, like, comment, and share, you are not just supporting this channel, you are expanding a community of light, strength, and transformation. Your energy here fuels the mission of bringing messages that awaken, heal, and empower. And trust me when I say, you will want to stay with me until the very last moment today, because what the universe is about to reveal will not just inspire you, it will reframe the way you see your entire life path. So let me ask you, what was it in your heart, in your soul that led you here at this exact moment? Was it curiosity, hope, or the quiet knowing that you are meant for more? Whatever it was, honor it, because that pull was the voice of your higher self, guiding you to exactly where you need to be. Today, we are stepping into more than a horoscope reading. We are entering a sacred conversation between you and the universe, one where faith meets action, where divine timing meets bold readiness. And if you are willing to step into this flow, to trust the process, and to claim the abundance that has been yours all along, then stay with me. Together, we will unlock the doors that have been waiting for you, and you will see why. For Leo, this is not just another day, it is the beginning of a golden era. Leo, you were never just another name in the crowd. From the moment you took your first breath, there was something unmistakable about you, an energy that drew people in, a presence that lingered long after you left the room. In astrology, you are ruled by the sun itself, the great giver of light and life. The sun is not timid. It does not hide. It radiates so that others can see, grow, and find their way. That is exactly why you have been chosen for this moment in your life, because you were born to lead, to inspire, and to illuminate the paths of others. When I look at a Leo's chart, I see the essence of the royal archetype: courage wrapped in compassion, strength blended with warmth. It is no coincidence that in the tarot, the card, the sun, mirrors your core nature, representing joy, clarity, and the brilliance of purpose. Or that the strength card depicts the gentle but unshakable power to tame challenges without force, only with presence and self-mastery. These are not just cards, they are mirrors showing you who you have always been. But the universe did not place this crown upon your head without preparation. Every challenge you have faced was never meant to break you, it was meant to forge you. Think about it, the trials that tested your patience, the setbacks that seemed unfair, the seasons where you questioned your worth. They were not punishments. They were training grounds. They were, in truth, the sacred rites of passage that only those destined for something greater must endure. You have walked through storms that others might not have survived, and yet here you stand, not only intact but brighter than before. If you reflect back on your life, you will see a pattern. Each obstacle taught you a specific lesson you could not have learned otherwise. Maybe one taught you to stand firm in your truth even when misunderstood. Another may have taught you patience, the art of timing, and the strength to wait without losing hope. And perhaps another taught you compassion, giving you the ability to truly understand and connect with others in their pain. These are the royal tests, and you have passed them, often without even realizing the magnitude of what you were achieving. The law of attraction tells us that we draw to ourselves what we are. And Leo, you are light. This means you naturally attract people, opportunities, and resources that resonate with your radiance. Yet this magnetism only reaches its full strength when you believe in it. Too often, we forget that the sun never asks for permission to shine, it simply rises each day, consistent and unwavering. That is the power you are meant to embody. Now, I want to invite you into a small but powerful practice. Take a quiet moment, grab a notebook, and write down 3 challenges from your past that you thought would break you. Next to each one, write the lesson it brought you. This is not just reflection, it is recognition. It is you claiming the truth that nothing has been wasted, that every twist and turn has been a deliberate step toward this exact point in your life. You see, being chosen is not about being lucky. It is about being ready. And readiness is born from growth, resilience, and an unshakable sense of self. As a Leo, your journey has been anything but ordinary because your destiny is anything but ordinary. You are not here to merely exist, you are here to lead with light, to stand as a beacon for others, and to remind the world that true strength shines brightest when it serves. So when you feel that pull in your spirit, that knowing deep inside that says, "This is my time," trust it. It is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is the echo of every moment you have overcome, every fear you have faced, and every lesson you have integrated. This is why you were chosen. This is why money, opportunity, and abundance are seeking you out now. Not because it is your turn by chance, but because you have become the kind of person who can hold it, nurture it, and use it to light up the world. Leo, prosperity has never been something you had to chase in the way others might. It has always been an energy that lives within you, woven into your very being from the moment you arrived in this world. Being ruled by the sun means you naturally radiate warmth, presence, and a magnetic vitality that draws people and possibilities toward you. This isn't just poetic symbolism, it's a real energetic phenomenon. Just as the sun's gravity holds planets in their orbits, your personal field of energy can hold opportunities, relationships, and resources in place around you. The more you live in alignment with your natural light, the more easily abundance flows to you. The law of attraction teaches that we attract what we are a match for. When you truly believe that wealth and success are your birthright, your frequency rises to meet those exact experiences. It's like tuning a radio to a clear station. The signal becomes sharp, and everything you want is suddenly easier to hear, see, and receive. Many people exhaust themselves by running toward opportunities, chasing them down with urgency or fear. But for you, Leo, abundance works differently. It responds to your presence, not your pursuit. You are the lion basking in the sun, powerful, self-assured, and completely aware that the savannah will offer exactly what you need when you stand in your rightful place. Picture this: money and opportunities are like a swarm of golden bees, and you are the radiant flower they cannot resist. You don't chase after them. Instead, you focus on blooming, on becoming so vibrant, so fragrant with your purpose and joy, that everything you desire arrives by its own natural pull. This is the effortless magnetism you were born to embody. The key is maintaining your bloom, which means nurturing your energy on every level. This is where the practical side of your journey meets the mystical. To keep your vitality high, care for your body as though it is the sacred vessel of your light. Give it what the sun would want for you: nourishment rich in vitamin D, fresh and colorful foods that mirror the vibrancy you carry inside, and daily movement that keeps your blood flowing and your spirit alive. Even simple practices like pausing to breathe deeply can center you back into your strength, reminding you that your energy is your greatest currency. In your career, understand that your natural charisma thrives in spaces where you are seen, heard, and able to influence. Don't wait for someone else to hand you the spotlight. Build your own stage, whether that's launching a creative project, sharing your voice on social platforms, or stepping into leadership roles that showcase your vision. Each time you claim that space, you amplify your signal, making it easier for the right people and opportunities to find you. Financially, remember that for you, wealth often comes through the doors you open for yourself by investing in who you are. This might mean taking a class to refine a skill, upgrading your personal presentation, or surrounding yourself with mentors and networks that challenge you to grow. These investments are not expenses. They are extensions of your energy field. They polish your signal so that those golden bees of opportunity recognize you even from a distance. Prosperity for you is not a future destination, it's a natural state you return to every time you align with your light. The more you trust that your presence is enough, the more you'll notice that you never needed to chase abundance in the first place. It has always been circling you, waiting for the moment you would fully step into your power and allow it to land. Your role is to stay open, stay radiant, and let the universe deliver exactly what was already yours. Leo, there comes a point in your journey when the tides shift so profoundly that you can feel life itself leaning in your direction. This is not imagination, nor is it wishful thinking. It is alignment. It is the moment when the universe has, in a sense, switched on a tracking system designed to find you, no matter where you stand. Think of it as an energetic GPS. Your frequency has been locked in, your coordinates are set, and now people, opportunities, and resources are being guided toward you with flawless precision. You don't have to run toward them. You don't have to force your way into the right rooms. You only have to remain present, aware, and open enough to recognize them when they arrive. The truth is, the energetic field around you has been quietly rearranging itself for some time. While you were busy building your strength, learning hard lessons, and making peace with the past, the pieces of your future were quietly moving into place. And now, like a perfectly timed meeting at a hidden crossroads, everything is beginning to converge. It's as if a golden river has reversed its current. Instead of you paddling upstream, the flow itself is rushing toward you. All you have to do is open your hands and allow it to pour in. But here's the part many people overlook: receiving is an active state. It requires your participation. You cannot simply stand with closed arms and expect the blessings to land in your lap. You have to cultivate the habit of expectation, not from entitlement, but from deep trust. When you truly believe something is on its way, your body, mind, and actions naturally prepare to receive it. You might notice yourself clearing space in your schedule, investing in skills, or simply feeling more energized about the days ahead. This is your way of telling the universe, "I'm ready." One powerful way to stay in this state of readiness is to keep a receiving journal. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, big or small. Gratitude tunes your frequency to abundance. Then, write one specific thing you are ready to receive, stated in the present tense, as if it is already part of your life. This simple daily ritual is like sending a signal flare into the sky, reminding the universe exactly where you are and what you are prepared to hold. Over time, you will start to notice how effortlessly opportunities begin to match your entries. Right now, I want you to take a moment and think of one opportunity you've been longing for. It might be a breakthrough in your career, a financial windfall, or a meaningful connection with someone who can help you grow. Hold that image clearly in your mind. Now, in the comments below, write the words, "I believe it is coming to me." This is more than just interaction, it's a public affirmation, a way of anchoring your intention into the physical world. The act of declaring it where others can see adds power, because you are not just whispering it to yourself. You are speaking it into the collective space where energy multiplies. When you live in this awareness, you stop asking whether the right people will find you, whether the right doors will open, or whether you are worthy of what you want. Instead, you begin to notice the signs: a conversation that leads to an introduction, a message that arrives at the exact moment you need it, a sudden inspiration that points you toward your next step. These are not coincidences. They are the evidence of the golden river flowing in your direction, proof that wealth, whether material, emotional, or spiritual, is actively seeking you. And as you continue to stand in your light, you will see that the chase is over. You have become the destination. Leo, there comes a moment in every true leader's journey when the path widens, not just for their own steps, but for the steps of those who will follow. This is one of those moments for you. The skies themselves seem to conspire in your favor. Jupiter, the great expander, is moving into a position that amplifies your influence, magnifies your voice, and extends your reach into places you may have once thought were out of bounds. This isn't luck, it's cosmic timing. It's the universe placing tools in your hands because it knows you are finally ready to use them well. Your prosperity, as powerful and personal as it feels, was never meant to stop with you. The lion may rest under the sun's warmth, but the pride survives because of the way it shares its strength, its protection, and its resources. In the same way, the abundance coming to you now carries a greater purpose. Seed is meant to ripple outward, touching not only your life, but the lives of your family, your community, and those whose paths you may not even cross directly. When you accept this, you step into a higher form of prosperity, one that is measured not only by what you accumulate, but by what you empower in others. Imagine every dollar, every opportunity, every stroke of good fortune as a seed of light resting in the palm of your hand. On its own, a seed is small, almost unremarkable. But planted with intention, nurtured with care, and given the right conditions, it becomes something that can shelter, feed, and inspire for generations. Your role now is not just to receive these seeds, but to plant them where they will grow into forests of blessing. Some may grow in your own garden, enriching your life directly. Others will take root in places you may never see, but their shade and their fruit will sustain lives you've quietly touched. This is why planning becomes so important at this stage of your journey. True generosity is not random, it is deliberate. It comes from the clarity of knowing what matters to you, and aligning your actions with those values. Consider setting aside a portion of what you earn, not as an afterthought, but as a commitment to something bigger than yourself. That could mean investing in your own education so your skills and influence grow. It might mean funding projects that uplift your community, or offering direct support to someone who needs a hand to get back on their feet. Each act becomes part of the legacy you are building. In self-help terms, this is where abundance shifts from being an external achievement to becoming an internal identity. You are no longer just someone who has wealth, you become someone who is wealth, because your life produces value everywhere it touches. The law of attraction responds powerfully to this shift. When you use what you have to create more good in the world, the energetic flow around you strengthens. More opportunities arrive. More doors open. The cycle of giving and receiving becomes seamless, and you begin to experience the truth that the more you give with intention, the more you have to give. You might feel the weight of responsibility in this, and that's natural. But remember, responsibility is not a burden when it's aligned with your calling, it's a crown. And for Leo, a crown is not just a symbol of power, it is a symbol of service. Your reign is not about control, but about stewardship. You are here to guard what has been entrusted to you, to grow it, and to ensure that its benefits extend far beyond your personal circle. In doing so, you fulfill not just your astrological potential, but your human potential to leave the world richer, brighter, and more hopeful than you found it. Leo, you have reached a point in your journey where the air feels different, where the pace of your life shifts from constant striving to a natural, magnetic pull. For so long, you've been the one reaching, building, proving, and pushing forward. Now, the energy changes. This is the beginning of your golden era, the time when your worth radiates so clearly that opportunities, connections, and resources find their way to you without force. It's not about doing less, it's about being more. You've cultivated a field around you, a kind of golden magnetism, that draws in everything aligned with your value. This is your golden field, and it is both a reward for your persistence and a responsibility to hold it with wisdom. In tarot, this moment is beautifully captured by the Emperor and the world. The Emperor represents mastery, stability, and the quiet confidence of someone who knows their authority is earned, not demanded. The world speaks of completion, integration, and stepping into the fullness of who you are. Together, they tell the story of a Leo who has not only conquered challenges but has woven those victories into an unshakable identity. You no longer have to shout to be heard. Your presence alone commands attention. This transition isn't just about the symbolic throne you now occupy. It's about how you use this position to shape your next chapter. Personal branding becomes more than image, it becomes the authentic expression of your inner authority. Every project you take on, every collaboration you accept, every story you share builds a clear, consistent signal to the world about who you are and what you stand for. In this phase, your reputation works for you even when you're not in the room. Leadership, too, takes on a new dimension. You're not leading by pushing from behind but by pulling others forward through example, vision, and influence. Your voice has weight because it's backed by results, and your presence inspires movement because it embodies what you teach. This is why refining your leadership skills now is critical, not so you can control more, but so you can empower more. Strategically, you are entering a time when creating systems will serve you far better than relying on bursts of effort. Imagine your life as a well-tuned network of channels through which money, opportunities, and creative inspiration flow steadily. Instead of chasing after each new wave, you build the structures that allow those waves to deliver value to you effortlessly. Whether that means setting up passive income streams, automating parts of your work, or developing partnerships that multiply your reach, the key is sustainability. It's important to understand that this magnetic stage is not an accident. It is the result of all the groundwork you've laid, every late night, every difficult decision, every moment you chose alignment over compromise. Now, the energy you've invested returns to you amplified. But with this ease comes the challenge of discernment. When everything begins to flow toward you, not all of it will be meant for you. Your role now is to recognize the difference between what is simply available and what is truly aligned. As you step fully into this era, remember that a crown is not just a symbol of status, it is a symbol of stewardship. The position you now hold is a platform for lasting impact. The systems you create today, the reputation you nurture, the leadership you embody, these will outlast the current season and shape the legacy you leave behind. This is what it means for Leo to step into the throne, not to sit back in comfort, but to rule with clarity, to attract with integrity, and to create with a vision that extends beyond yourself. In this golden age, your light is no longer a searchlight, it is the sun itself, constant, radiant, and impossible to ignore. Leo, as we come to the close of this journey together, I want you to truly feel the truth of where you stand right now. You are no longer the one chasing after dreams, wondering if they will ever be yours. Those dreams are already on their way to you, moving with a speed and precision you could never have forced into existence. You've shifted from pursuit into magnetism, from hoping to knowing, from reaching to receiving. This is your reminder that the throne you are stepping into is not just a seat of comfort, it's a position of influence, creativity, and legacy. Walk forward with your head high, your heart open, and your faith unshakable in the power of your own light. Prosperity in its truest form is never measured by the number in your bank account alone. It is reflected in the mark you leave on the people and the world around you. It's in the projects you bring to life, the people you lift up, and the example you set simply by living fully as yourself. Every choice you make now has the potential to echo far beyond this moment. So, ask yourself right now, how will you use this season of abundance? What will you build, give, or become that will still matter years from now? Who will feel the warmth of your light because you chose to step into your full potential today? These are not just questions for reflection, they are invitations to action. The energy you are in now will respond to clarity and courage. If you know, deep in your spirit, that you're ready for more, say it out loud and put it into writing. I want you to take one small step today that aligns with this new reality. It could be reaching out to a connection you've been hesitant to call, starting that project you've been dreaming about, or simply setting aside time to visualize your next chapter in vivid detail. Every action taken from this energy will amplify the flow that's already moving toward you. And because intention gains power when it's declared, I invite you to write in the comments right now, I open my heart to all the blessings of the universe. Let this be your public affirmation, your energetic handshake with destiny. Not only will it anchor your readiness, but it will inspire others in our eternal mindfulness community to claim their own light. Before we part for today, I want to thank you deeply for spending this time with me. Every view, every like, every comment, and every subscription is more than just a number. It's a shared pulse of energy that fuels this mission to bring messages of transformation and empowerment to you. Your presence here matters. Your growth matters. And I believe, with every fiber of my being, that you are capable of more than you've ever imagined. Stay connected, stay open, and stay radiant. We will meet again in the next video, where the stars will reveal the next chapter of your path. Until then, carry this truth with you. You are not just living in the flow of abundance, you are the flow. Now tell me in the comments, Leo, what is the first thing you will do to welcome this new season into your life?